Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17, U.S.C., Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, so I'm going to read this article from Your Tango. 5 sad new details about the kidnapping and assault of 2 people at a Scientology rehab. They were held against their will for 9 months. By Liza Walter. Written May 19th, 2017. A self-proclaimed Scientologist in Tennessee, has been arrested and charged with 2 felony counts of facilitation to kidnapping. A man and a woman were both held against their will for several months in what was dubbed a rehab facility, allegedly owned and operated by the cult of Scientology. That seemed more like a horror film than an actual place for rehabilitation. I don't know, but Narconon is starting to ring in my ears. 3 people are being held accountable for holding the 2 people in a cabin with little to no food or water, forcing them to take unknown medications, probably vitamins, and administering assault. LAPD, you hear that? Clearwater Police, you hear that? One of the victims told law enforcement that he was there for a rehab and to be cleansed through Scientology. He said he had been there for 9 months and was being mistreated, otherwise known as abuse, kidnapping, held hostage, and wanted to go home. Mind you guys, this is the life of a Scientology child every single day. Daily Mail, one of the cabins in the rehab facility. Life Center for a New Tomorrow. Keep that one in mind. Where you check in and you never check out. The facility in which these crimes took place, did you hear that, LAPD? Scientology involved in crimes. Is located in Woodbury, Tennessee, and has been described as a double-wide trailer with several cabins behind it. A judge ordered Life Center for a New Tomorrow to be permanently closed. Both victims were taken to a hospital for treatment, though their condition is unknown at this time. This has reminded me of all these fake rehab centers that pop up. I wonder if they're somehow collecting money from the state. Because you know they're not doing anything for free. Here are the sad details we do know about this alleged Scientology kidnapping. The website for Life Center for a New Tomorrow is still active. Their site states the following information for seeking refuge from life. Hold on, guys. Okay. The center was created to provide a safe environment, lies, for people who have conditions difficult to deal with, vulnerable people. The Life Center is not a medical or treatment facility just to get out of liability. The main focus is to provide an environment that is peaceful and safe, lies. Where people can rest, lies. Destimulate, lies. Gradually calm down, regain their senses, and with some help, perhaps recover the social skills necessary to function successfully in life, lies. Food is prepared for the guests. However, we do encourage them to participate in helping with the food preparation. Of course they do. Manual labor, anyone? Engaging in daily chores, more manual labor, and self-hygiene when they are capable of doing so. We have found that these actions can be therapeutic, sound like Hubbard, and help the person feel useful. More L. Ron Hubbard. We provide an environment where guests feel they can trust the staff, lies. Working with them on a daily basis. The staff will never punish, threaten, argue, invalidate, or make guests wrong. Because that's always like a statement that a rehab or hospital or medical setting puts on their site, right? Any of the above is detrimental to the person's condition. Number 2, both guests were barely fed and had been assaulted. I think they should elaborate more. I think these guys were assaulted way more than just once. And also there's a lot of crimes they didn't include, like being locked up against your will. And more than likely they had their identification card or something, which I think that counts as, it has something to do with kidnapping maybe, I'm not sure. In February of 2017, a man called 911 to alert authorities that he was being held against his will. That's a crime. He had originally intended to be cleansed through Scientology. Oh, that sounds like that Purif, right? But was held captive, just like the children are, that nobody seems to give a flying fuck about. Assaulted, as the children are, again, who nobody seems to give a fuck about. And given unknown medications. Well, Scientologists don't believe in medications, so I'll bet you $1 to none that it was vitamins. According to Canaan Carrier Police, they had this to say. We proceeded up the hill through a gated makeshift paddock. I think that was supposed to be padlock. That is secured externally with a steel latch. According to officers, the man who reported the situation was peering out a window in one of the cabins. Sorry, I get that nervous laughter sometimes. Imagine how all the children feel going through this every day, huh? Not ever being able to escape those auditing rooms. He was locked inside the cabin with no way to remove himself from the building, just like the children are. The caretaker unlocks the door, felon, and lets us enter the cabin. The cabin is bare. There is a small pile of sheets in the corner. There are no obvious amnesty for life. He states that he has been there for 9 months and is being mistreated and falsely imprisoned, and all he wants is to go home. Imagine how the children feel. Police describe the condition of the man's room. It is a small room with a single bed in it. The bed is bare, except for one sheet that he covers up with. His bathroom is the only room with a light. least he had his own bathroom. After police searched the grounds, they found a mentally handicapped female who made similar claims and said she was held in a room for 14 hours a day. Tell me this guy doesn't look creepy. Something says narcissist, psychopath to me. See those dead eyes? Psychopath, narcissist. All this stuff is their wet dreams, you know. Number 3, Mark Valliers claims to be a Scientologist. I need what do you call that? Like sound effects. Because I like to have like an audience. Yay! WordPress, Mark Valliers. Mark Valliers, the manager of the facility, you know, manager in a religion that calls himself a religion, but everyone has a work title. That one, yeah. Was charged with 2 felony counts of facilitation to kidnapping. Me personally, I think there's a lot more charges there. A lot more. Like false imprisonment. I don't know. There's a lot there. A judge ruled the Valliers is no longer authorized to operate any facility in Cannon County. Wow, sounds like a slap on the wrist to me. So your brother there could just go to the next county and open up one. We all know what's going on with the troubled teen industry too. It just sounds similar to me. Okay. Number 4, Valliers' 2 caretakers, felons, were also arrested and charged. Can you guys say narcissist, psychopath? Got the Xenu eyes. Dead eyes. Hans Lytle and Dennis Flamand were the caretakers of the facility, felons, that the 2 people were held prisoner in. They both pleaded guilty to 2 counts of false imprisonment. Hans Lytle, Dennis Flamand, and Mark Valliers were sentenced to probation for 11 months and 29 days. That's a little more than a slap on the wrist for all they did. Coincidence, I'm sure. Wonder how much those cops got. Number 5, the cult of Scientology denies any affiliation with the facility or the men. They always do that. Darvo. What is it? Deny attack, victim, offender. So they always deny it, attack, kind of like Rinder's been doing with his dead agenting, and then victim, offender, and they switch the victim and offender. Oh, this is hilarious. This really is hilarious. A cult of Scientology pastor, Reverend Brian Fessler, because now they've got reverends. I guess the tech is their Bible, huh? Fessler spoke with Fox 17 saying, I had no idea what was going on down there. You can't open a Scientology facility unless it's approved by the church. It has nothing to do with our church. It's nothing we would be involved in any way. More Darvo. And that's it, you guys. I will make sure to put the link in the description box. Peace.